Good morning, pen friends. How we doing? How we do? We're very orange today. Why are we so orange today? Are we killing winter with orange finally this weekend with the time change? How does my camera change from one day to the other? I guess it's the lighting in the room. So sorry, obsessing over that. But yes, we are orange. How are you? How are you? White balance is way off. It's just my Logitech cam, and it's random. Maybe it needs an update. But I don't know. Nothing should be different. It's the Logitech webcam that I've been threatening to get rid of for years. Instead of my fancy desk cam. Blame Windows. I don't know. I've seen this happen before. Then like yesterday was fine and tomorrow will be fine. So no big deal. We'll be a little orange today. That's all right. We're going to look at the desk a lot today. I went and pulled, chat, this is what we're doing today. How am I doing? I'm doing well. I'm doing better than yesterday. Camera. Ugh. I went in the closet of doom and filled a bag full of notebooks. This is the beginning of the closet of doom audit. All of that is going into the icebox of happiness. That is all going to be for y'all for giveaways and stuff. I didn't even go through some of the newer stuff that I keep by my desk. But it's time we've hit that paper inflection point where like I'm really happy with this. Like I'm not really playing around much with a lot of notebooks. And all of that stuff is not really in the review queue. I have a different stash for like review notebooks. I probably have another 6 or 8 notebooks in the review stash. So we're good. Those are all going in the closet of doom. I mean, in the icebox of happiness from the closet of doom this morning. So yeah, we're going to do that today. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. So that's the plan, which means there'll be some giveaways today. We also got our dominant industry coloring book. We're going to open that. I have not unboxed that yet. We're not going to do any ink painting today because I want to audit these notebooks. That's going to take a while. But we'll set that up and maybe, deal with it tomorrow or something. Okie dokie. I somewhat want to get into fountain pens, but not really. I don't want to deal with ink spills and maintenance and changing tips. Would a Lamy Safari be a good starter pen? Yeah, it'd be real good. Like Lamy Safari, Pilot Kakuno, Platinum Preppy. All those you can just use cartridges in. And like Pilot, you can get like different color cartridges pretty easily. Lamy's got a few different color cartridges. Pilot, you can get like purple and orange if you want to play with the colors a little bit and just be able to swap them out. But like if you're changing colors, on them, on the pen, you need to clean it out a little bit. So you're gonna have some maintenance. So we've all been there. Okie dokie is like, I don't want to do fountain pens because they're messy. You're not wrong, but at some point you get over it, for lack of a better way to put it, to where you get ink on your hands and you don't care anymore, or there's ink on the nib and you don't care anymore. Do I need to buy anything with it? No. Like the Lamy and the Kakuno and the Preppy all come with cartridges. So it depends on how long you write and how much you're going to write. And then you can just buy replacement cartridges. And you can, there are those disposable fountain pens too. There are. So the Pilot, what's it called? V pen? Is it the V pen? I always forget the exact technical name part of it. The Pilot V pen's a disposable pen. Like you should buy something. Yeah, the Varsity. Okie dokie. You should buy something cheap. Like I would almost go lower than the Lamy Safari first, price point wise. I do like Platinum Preppy, which has cartridges you can interchange, and it's like $5. And then the Pilot Varsity, they're probably like $3.50, but they're like a self-contained ink option. And that way you've spent $5 and you know whether you're going to use it or not. That's kind of how I started. I started with the Platinum Preppy. I was like, oh, this is fine. And I kind of set it down for a while. And then I eventually got a Lamy Safari. I was like, oh, this is pretty good too. And then I realized I could like play around with inks and get different nib sizes. That's when I kind of really got started. What's the main purpose of a fountain pen? I call it the most customizable writing experience, right? It gives you the most options. Also, a lot of people will say it helps their writing because you have a less grip pressure by the nature of the nib hitting the page. You generally have a lighter hand with a fountain pen. But there's downsides too, right? It's not a magic wand, right? Fountain pens, I mean, they can be fancy, but they're pretty utilitarian, right? Like the Platinum Preppy that I'm recommending, you just throw it in a bag and use it every day. Yeah, you could use it every day. Now, I will tell you, if you're using crappy paper, you're going to have a bad time, right? That's part of the equation, part of the formula that's missed. Like if you buy a fountain pen, fountain pens look cool, maybe I want to try this, and you use the printer paper out the office copier, you're going to have a bad time and you're going to blame the pen, and it's not the pen's fault. So you got to think about that too. That's one more thing to think about. Dutch Fool was patiently waiting for the podcast to start. It's in the queue. It's in the queue. Great segue into my notebook stash for sure. For sure. Yeah, and like there's nothing wrong with sticking with ballpoints and gels and roller balls. I use tons of that every day. Every day. So yeah, a lot of people who start with fountain pens will say fountain pens are terrible because they are using bad paper, and it's the paper's fault. It's not the pen's fault a lot of times. If you were going to get someone a starter pen and paper, what starter paper would you give them? Probably Rhodia, because it's like kind of the most easily accessible, even if not ubiquitous everywhere. Like at the place you're going to buy the Varsity may or may not have like Rhodia, right? It would be worth ordering like a $5 pad of Rhodia to understand what the fountain pen is actually doing for you. As opposed to everything else. And then after that, I would go to like Moramon. What's the main benefit? It's the variety you can get in the fountain pen, and a lot of people will say it helps their hand pain because of the writing style requires less pressure. So those are your main benefits. Once you get into it, it's the variety. Once you decide whether a fountain pen works for you, then all of a sudden you can get really cool colors and cool nibs that do different things. And so for some people, they don't like how like their handwriting looks in a fountain pen, and that's fine. Bad paper was totally my issue. I used up the paper from my father, had no idea where to find more or what to look for. Yeah, that turns a lot of people off saying, oh, this pen is horrible. Look at it. Right? When they're using bad paper. You found Rhodey at Hobby Lobby and Michael's. Yeah, like Staples will, like some of the like office supply stores will have it, but you're not going to get it like a grocery store or, a drugstore or something like that. That there's a chance that place might carry the Varsity. But like some bookstores where you might not be able to buy a pen, you could probably get like a good paper, like a Rhodia Clairefontaine. Good morning, Momo. A good 24 or 32 pound copy paper will work fairly well too. For a beginner, I'm never going to put them through that ringer, right? You're not wrong, but asking someone to buy a large quantity and take a chance at not knowing exactly when you can just literally grab any Rhodia pad, I'm going to start there, and then you can figure out the copy paper next. I like the Lamy look because it's matte and minimalist. Do you have a traditional writing grip? Right? So let me show you something. So Lamys have a molded grip, right? So if your grip is traditional like mine, you can fit in there, right? But some people with different types of grips, I can't even really do them. Like if you have like a more non-traditional grip, or you put it down here, like these this grip shape is going to be bothersome to where sorry, I was playing with pin cases. I got everything. Calm out, Del. All right, we have a good giveaway day, chat. Let me do this one grip tease real quick. To whereas a grip like this is round all the way around, so if you hold it different, like it's not going to find that. Did y'all hear Toby? So if you have a traditional grip and a traditional writing angle, a Safari is going to be fine. All right, let's do this giveaway. We have a whole box full of stuff to give away. Pilot Plumix is a good starter too. I don't think so because it's got an edgy nib. Mary Beth. Oh, let me get my wife to take him. Can you take him out? He's yelling at me. Pilot Plumix has a cursive italic grind on there. I wouldn't put that on a beginner, in my opinion. It's a great pen. All right, we have Major Myth, 33 months of subbing. Let's go. Sorry, I was thinking about I have to catch up on my record albums list, my guest book. I'm not listening to enough albums, but I've been writing them down in here, and I was thinking I had time to catch up today before we streamed, but I didn't. All right, calm out, Dell. Let's do a giveaway. All right, I'm just gonna reach it right in the top of the bag. So this is a Plotter California pattern notebook that I picked up probably in San Francisco at the San Francisco show a couple years ago and just never got to using it. So it's got the cool kind of copper color there. A5, I don't know how many pages. It's not super thick. Soft-ish cover, right? Like it's stiff. I'm really happy with the guest book. I'm glad I did that instead of like ink samples. I would have been less successful with it if I did ink samples, just knowing me like I do. All right, so yeah, you're gonna see a lot of stuff like this today as we go. Really cool stuff. All right, let me get my giveaway. We had a redemption. Thank you, Calm Out Dell. Not that button, this button. Is that the latitude and longitude for the pen show? Oh, yeah, so I guess this must have been LA, but this had to be old. This wasn't from this year because that's LA, not San Fran. Huh, I wonder what this was for then. This wasn't from this show, and I haven't been to LA in a while. Maybe I bought it at another, you know what this is? I probably bought it at another show, and it was left over from like the LA show. I bet you that's what it is. So I did not pick this up at the LA show. I probably bought it at like Chicago or wherever when they were just selling them. That would be my guess where I got this. All right, Plotter. All right, exclamation point waffle, exclamation point waffle. Anyone can enter, anyone can win. You have to be a follower, member, subscriber. You don't have to live in the United States. I ship worldwide. You must be present to win, and you must email me your shipping address if you do in fact win. So very cool. We're gonna do a lot more notebooks today. See what all I found in the stash. So that'll be fun. But yeah, if y'all have beginner fountain pen questions, get as specific as you can. Think about how you're going to use stuff. If you don't want to go, like Lamy Safaris are expensive for a very first pen. So like spending something less like a Platinum Preppy just to see if you like the nib, or a Pilot Varsity, see if you like the nib, might be the good choice. Lamy Safari is a great beginner pen, but it's not perfect for that. Like it might not fit you at all, despite it being a good pen. Some people it just flat out doesn't work for. Preppy greater than varsity. I prefer the preppy, but I also have like really, really small handwriting, and the varsity only comes in medium, I think, right? And it's a pretty wet nib. Also, yes, if you like a fine line, the preppy's gonna be better for that. But if you don't mind if you have a cursive style and like wide pens, generally speaking, the varsity's gonna be fine too. And the Lamy generally have more ink on the page. Have you tried Usari paper? No. A couple of people have been talking about it. I just don't have it yet. Sorry if you answered. Is the cover leather? I don't think so. I think it's just some kind of paper. It's a soft cover type of book. Yeah, it's just like paper cover stock. Oh, it's got holes in it. So I guess this may fit their large their A5 stuff, but you can use it as a notebook. So it's just probably like 120 cover stock, something like that. Preppy nibs are more consistent than Safari nibs can be. It's probably true. Been using Pilot G2 pens, the metal ones, for years. Not sure if I want a fountain pen, though they've always looked cool. Gotcha. If I was you, I would start with a Preppy or a V pen. And like, especially like if you're not sure, and then save the money. Like a Safari could be the upgrade pen. That's how I would personally recommend to do it. It's a big G2 discussion over on Blue Sky. Blue Sky will pop off on pens. People will just randomly say like, pens, huh? Come at me. G2 is the best, and we're not friends if you don't think so. And then it's on. It's funny. G2 always comes up that way. And if you decide you like metal pens, is there a good inexpensive metal pen? I guess does Muji still make that aluminum pen? Morning, Brooklyn Becca. G2's most overrated. I don't know if it'd be in my top 5 gel pens, but it is the most popular. Jinhao X70. So one of my issues with, like, someone was asking me, do I use like the Jinhaos or stuff? Like, me using them is one thing. Recommending them to like someone new is much more difficult because they're not as easy to come by. Yeah, Pilot Metropolitan. The Muji aluminum fountain pen is bad. Did they stop making that? They might have stopped making it. It was bad. But then they made the Preppy knockoff, which is much better. Do you have the Muji aluminum pen? Those are generally pretty crappy. Isn't there a metal Signo? Is there? I have an aluminum Jetstream barrel that could, like the Alpha, that could fit that. Oh yeah, Japanese nibs, Pilot Platinum, are finer than their Western counterparts. That's a design, for lack of a better term, on purpose. Yeah, it's harder to get support for like the Jinhaos and things like that for a new user. I know this sounds dumb, but could you write with a fountain pen to see the experience? Sure. Yeah, like we do this all the time, and I'll actually have some. I'll do that here in just a minute. All right, y'all got about 30 seconds left to enter for this notebook. I'll do 2 or 3 different nibs to show you. I don't have anything, any of the pens that we're referencing, I don't have right in front of me. But I have a broad nib. I can show you the difference between like a broad nib and an extra fine nib and a fine nib, something like that. Just like some stock stuff. All right, let's giveaways close. 3, 2, 1. This is a plotter notebook I picked up somewhere along the way. This notebook right here. So thank you, Calm Alt Dell, for the point redemption. Let's pick a winner. Dot Mackey. Dot Mackey. Winner. Dot Mackey. You are the winner. Whoop, whoop. All right, email me, hello@pinac.com. We have not shipped this week. Well, I mean, since yesterday. I have not shipped yesterday's winners. Probably going to be tomorrow. So just email me when you get a chance. Although I need to look at the queues. The queues have been popping off recently, Chad. I like it. Shipping stream tomorrow? All right, Dot Mackey, that's you. Email me. I could do a shipping stream tomorrow. Let me think about this. New bundle of Birmingham inks are great. Were they like a theme? I haven't seen them. All right, let me write. If you have a link, Slumberland, send it in the chat. All right. I think I have a TPA shipment arriving today. Nice. All right, so broad nib, fine nib, extra fine nib. So some of my nibs are ground. But so this is a broad nib. Are there any horror stories with ink exploding in the pens? Not in the pens, but like you're gonna have to do something extreme for it to explode. Like you're gonna have to drop it, wash it, do something. Like I have 14 pens inked up sitting on my desk right now. There's never an issue. Right? Unless you like throw it across the room, you know. You can be too rough with fountain pens and ink will leak, but it's just ink. Like it washes off your hands. So I write in a block print. So that's a wide. This is probably like a Lamy medium or Lamy broad line width. I'll show this closer. Bring back PA horror stories. Yeah, we did a whole segment of PA horror stories, mostly with the horror stories. Oh, there's the ink. I'll click this to look at in a minute. With the fountain pen horrors, are mostly people dropping bottles of ink on the ground and exploding them. That's the true horror story. All right, so this is a stock fine nib, I believe. Yeah. And like the ink colors are different here. But I'll put it up closer. I'd say this is about what a Lamy fine nib writes like. And then this is a stock Japanese extra fine nib, which is like you'll see this is the nuclear option. So that's kind of the range, just generally speaking. Is this type of good pen good for quick notes? I write fast. You can write as fast as you want with a fountain pen. So those are just some line width differences. Like your Platinum Preppy, you can get not this small, but just pretty close. And then these will be more like Lamy, fine, medium nibs. And then, what was I going to say? Oh, the Pilot Varsity is also, probably writes like this. How is EF Bennu? It's Lamy-esque. The day is much calmer today, for sure. The EF, they're Schmidt nibs, which write to me like Yovo nibs. They're very consistent. And and good. They're not as fine. They're pretty much like Lamy width. Yeah, I'd say pretty consistently Lamy width. So extra fine's only gonna be so fine, but it's good enough for me. Faster you write, the wider the nib point you need. I guess that I think that's semantics because I write fast as heck. What I need for writing fast as heck, I need a stiff nib, is what I find. You're not wrong. But I think there's some nuance there. Just not every nib is going to be for every type of writer. That's a fact. Once you get into it. I write in cursive and it's much more enjoyable with wider nibs. I definitely see that all the time, and I recommend that all the time. Like, if you write like me, you don't want, like a medium pelican nib isn't going to be like the greatest thing. The Aqua Pixie sold out with an hour of the stream ending. Are you sure? Like, were they actually released? I didn't know they were available. Today's hair review for me is I need a haircut. That's my hair review. Okay, let me look at this. Slumberland sent me this. I got them right here. Okay, so what is this? Bundles. So what, for this first edition? Is this the one? That's a cool color set. I like these first two. Tintype, Phytoplankton. You just want me to say words that I can't pronounce. Phytoplankton. I like this one. Tintype. God, what color is that? I think, what's the best pen for comfort? That's way too broad of a question. Like, how do you write? Do you write print, cursive? Do you need like a squishy grip? Do you need a wide grip? Like, there's lots of different ways we can go with that. We can definitely answer that question, but there's no like answer, right? So we can figure that out, but we got to learn a little bit more how you write and like what types of pens are you using right now, or what the problem is. Like, is your hand hurt when you're writing, like, type of stuff. So for comfort, there's no like clear answer. Yeah, what color is that? One hand it looks brown, one hand it looks purple. That's a weird color. I like it. This just looks rad. My jotter hurts my hands. Okay, so the Parker Jotter is a narrow barrel pen with a ballpoint ink refill, right? That's probably on the extreme of small and a lot of resistance on the page. So you want to look at something like a Pentel Energel, which has a wider barrel and a gel ink that's going to be smoother across the page, so you have less resistance. So that's actually a great answer to say the Jotter, because I can tell you the Jotter is probably one of the pens that will cause more hand pain with people not knowing it, because it's skinny, which leads to hand pain, and the ballpoint that it uses does not glide. So I would look at something like the Pentel Energel to get a little bit wider barrel and have a very much smoother writing experience. Jotter XL, yeah, but then you're getting into like some weird pricings. I just really dislike the Jotter XL. I very much prefer the regular Jotter. Carol, Slumberland Studio has these inks, and that's why we were looking them up. Sure thing, Kadeem. Yeah, see, that was the perfect, like, that was exactly what I needed to say, oh, this might be your problem. The Jotter is good in small doses, right? It's a classic, beautiful, wonderful pen for quick notes. If you're writing page after page, you're probably going to have a bad time with the Jotter. Oh, you don't have them yet, so these just came out probably. Really sick colors. I like them. Cool. I like those a lot, actually. If I needed more inks right now, I'd probably be getting these. They look great. Fire on Fire on Fire arrived safe and sound. Wow, that was pretty quick. That was pretty quick. All right, let me open this box. I have a couple inks in here, too. I'm saying it is good for jotting down notes. Did you know I have one from Mad Men? That's always my funny jotter story. How easy, hard is it to change colors when needed? It's a matter of rinsing underwater and kind of flushing the nib. Like, it takes work, but it's not going to take you like hours. It's going to take you like a couple of minutes. You know, run the nib unit under the sink. You know, maybe soak it in water for a second, shake it out, make sure there's no color in it. Put in a new ink color. Just normal water. Yeah, you don't have to use fancy water. Flat, not bubbles. All right, let me open this up real quick. Yeah, I literally go to my kitchen sink and clean my pens. You don't use, I know, I don't use fancy water. You do, much to my wife's chagrin. I've never had an issue. All right, so this was, oh, here we go. How's the new sink holding up? It's so good. Just because it was so bad before, anything's good. So this is my Pen Chalet order. Sorry, now that I have this new mat, the camera has to be lined up. ST DuPont can only be cleaned with champagne. Y'all are going to think, like, Okie Dokie's going to think we're telling the truth here. That certain fancy pens can only be cleaned with champagne. Good morning, Eddie. All right. So I ordered the book, the inks that go with the book. And then I just ordered some extra color burst inks because I don't have a lot of color burst inks. So I just kind of picked these randomly. Not totally randomly. I kind of bounced around trying to find the colors that I liked. I think I saw these at the California Pen Show and thought it would be cool to pick up a couple. Melted glacier water from Mont Blanc's. True. Well, okay, this is a fun game. Can you write in champagne? Technically, yes. Because you can write in water. Were these colored by real ink? No, it's a print, but they did just a good job of the print. Can you write in ketchup? Sure. I mean, many of us have written in blood. That's a joke. Okie Dokie's never going to come back after this. Do you know to be allowed to use a fountain pen, you first have to take the knife, slice your hand, find another fountain pen user, shake their hand, and then your hand is now ready for the beauty that is a fountain pen. You didn't know that, did you? Yes, it is a cult. I mean, there is a shop called Cult Pens. Are you making hand farting noises again? No. It is definitely a cult, though. We just don't talk about it. Oh, I'm good at the hand fart noises. I used to be a champ. Middle school me. All right. Let's see, prove it. I know. I'll probably just fail right now. Good enough. Is there glow-in-the-dark ink? Yeah, there's UV ink. So you can do UV inks and then have UV light to see it. Now, that is a real thing. And there's highlighter inks and all kinds of weird stuff. May this little letter become a shining pause in your story of notes. That's too complex for me to think about. All right. Inspirations, tools, blending. Okay. Cool. All right, here's the book. So this is the new dominant book. Whoa, hi. It goes this way, Chad. So this paper, this is like the sheet that Olive Octopus sent me the underwater scene that I painted. This is the same book. So, or this is the new version, same type of paper. So it's got lots of different things. You can just, it's literally a coloring book. It's smaller than I expected. Yeah. And that's why, like, it's only $22. It is a little bit, oh, there you go. Thank you, Glyph. It's really cool. I'm, like, half tempted to, like, when we do this, like, I would have no issue cutting out the pages of this book. Wish it didn't have repeating sections, so at some point it's just the same pages over again. Is that what you mean? There's lots of different things, though. This is for people with too many inks. Exactly, Christy. Prefer over the under the sea. I'm so excited to get into this. Yeah. So I totally would have bought the sea book, but I was just like, oh, I'll get the new one. I do like the ocean stuff, but like, it's crazy. You look at this, look at a page like this, and it's like, how can I color this? But man, you just throw color at it. That's what I learned. McPenthusiast, 21 months of subbing. So we'll play around with this. They made these two inks kind of go along with this. So we'll test these out. Maybe we'll get into this stuff tomorrow. And see. I'm not really like up for testing and painting today. But we got a bunch of new inks here to try. So pretty cool. Like it. But yeah, I would have zero issue tearing pages out of here and cutting them. Do you complete this with fountain pens or dip pens? So I learned, yes, Oliver's Blue, but what I was taught by the great teacher, Olive Octopus Inks, water brush. Drops of ink and water brush. What if you use 3 pens, cyan, magenta, and yellow, and layered the inks to get the right colors? I think that would be amazing. That would totally be a fun thing to play with. Ink log section. So I'll find you the picture. So that's with this brush and fountain pen inks. And then I shared a picture on Instagram of like the little palette and stuff I did for the Under the Sea one. So these were like my fountain pen inks. A few drops and like an ink palette. It was like a little makeup kit. Like a few drops of ink, water brush, and then just spreading it around, coloring. What did I do with my, did I hang up my Under the Sea? I don't know where my Under the Sea went. It's not a pea puddle, Dutch Bill. It's definitely not. So yeah. Should be fun. So this is... I'll definitely play with the ink log. It's got a lot of blank pages. Ink log pages. That's cool. I like it. Man, it's got a lot, which is nice. You don't have to worry about running them out. So it's a huge book, even though it's I guess this is not even A5 size, is it? Yeah, smaller. A little bit smaller than A5. And it's a little bit tall, right? So it's gonna lay a little bit flat, but like, you don't want it to be too difficult to play around with. B6. Is it really B6? Sorry. B6 isn't a real name. I don't believe you. Yeah, if it doesn't start with A, is it real? Who can say? I don't believe you. All right. Slightly larger than B6. Y'all all just troublemakers now. Everyone here is a troublemaker. So maybe tomorrow we'll play with this. We'll figure it out. You don't start with A, just saying. I don't know what that means. Pillars of Creation Web. Neptune's rings. Gaslight Brad into a paper size rant. Y'all are about to. Did y'all? I don't think I ever shared there was a TikTok. Someone sent me, it was a TikTok or a reel or someone, where someone was just absolutely going off about non A size papers. I was like, yes, you get them. Get them. So we'll see how many non-A size paper we're about to unbox here. All right. If you weren't here at the beginning of the stream, let me show you something. This is what we're going to do. It takes two hands. So I filled this tote bag with notebooks. There's a couple accessories in here. All of this came out of the closet of doom. And it's going into the icebox of happiness. This is all giveaway stuff. We've already given away one notebook. Today we'll give away like 2 more at least, but I need to see what all this stuff is. I kind of didn't go through that. You said if it doesn't start with A, it's not real. Your name doesn't start with A. Gotcha. I mean, some would say I'm not real. I am not a real person, so never know. All right, let's go back to this. So we're just gonna go from the top. A5 chat, A5 knock co. .. grid notebooks, tan brown. Brad has a Baltimore Pen Show this weekend. Yes, these are old. These are great. A5 chat. A5. Here's the paper rant. In the United States, you pay more for a printer to cut your pages into A5. Because their sheets do not come in A0. So we have waste. And they're like, well, we can just cut them to this measurement. No. You will cut them in this measurement, and I will just pay the extra because it will be A5. Are you sure? Yes, I am sure. Okay, but yeah. So here's another plotter. This one's got a dark cover. This one's Chicago. All right, so that's Chicago on there. You need an A5 notebook cover? Good luck. Good luck. I know a company that used to make them. They knew how weird we were. I'll never forget. It's Sam 2022. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. They knew we were weird when we sat in their office one day with all of our pens and wrote all over their sample books. They're like, oh, I guess those are y'all's sample books now. It's like, yep. How soon before a rickshaw makes a seed? I would hope there would be a brass town first. Who knows? This is the washi paper. See, like this is one of those things. I'm a benevolent dictator, Slumberland Studio. Is that good or bad? That sounds bad. We're going to go through all this stuff, and I'm going to go, oh, I want to keep that. This is that fancy washi paper that's like $1 a sheet. Yeah. I can't decide. I'll probably keep that one for me. Let's see the Brad keep stash. Let's see how big the Brad keep stash goes. All right, Graffalo. Oh, this one's got a writing in it. I didn't see that. Oh, this didn't last very long. It's got the first half of Minutemen Corona written into it. Why didn't I do more of that? It's just pencil. So we'll give that away with a half-written page. Some of these might be used. I'm missing all these things. Does anyone have a tip for a converter which ink sticks to the sides and top? I have no idea. Do you get a residual for all the Sinclairs? Yes. I get a cut. This was Anna's paper that I've used some of, but this is definitely going to be a giveaway today. This was this e-sleek that I ordered some. I have some that I've kept. It's such a cool, weird paper. It's like very crispy. It has some weird texture to it, but it's shockingly fountain pen friendly. And we'll put in the guide sheets in here too. This one we're 100%. I've stolen some sheets in here, you can see, but it's still got a lot left. We're definitely giving this one away. This one I'm actually excited to give away. So that's gonna be in the giveaway stash. So we'll stack that here too. Okay, I need y'all's help here. Masubi, I love you so much, Masubi. Can I get some notation inside the book what paper it is? I know there's rules on color and cover and where the logo stamping is, and I just can't remember that. Like, I'm getting older, Daryl. Like, I can't remember what all this stuff means. So this, I remember these mean maybe cause. Oh, did I write a freaking note here? Look at me, chat. Look at past me. Past me knows what's up. Hell yes. I've had this rant before. Let's see if this one's got it. Pass me rules. Rasa. This is the Rasa. Holy crap. I have been on this rant before, and apparently I learned my lesson. See, Daryl, was that hard? Was that difficult? Was that difficult, Daryl? So we have a bank paper notebook and a Rasa paper notebook. Was Rasa the Cosmo Air Light-ish type of one? I can't remember. What was the Rasa story? Or is this their paper? Was this their new house paper? I can't remember. I think so. So, bank paper, Rasa paper. These are all, like, I have their paper. I have two, the reason we'll eventually give these away, I have two other ones that I am going to review. I have the craft paper one that I'm actually pretty anxious to review. So, it's like, I just don't need these. And this is Masubi Bank. Like, this is the now out of production bank paper. Cool stuff. So I saved some. I have enough bank paper. I have a 2. I jumped to the future. Yeah, I have like 2, at least 2 more bank paper notebooks. I don't need like 5. Oh, that does go for 10K on eBay. True. I don't need 5 bank paper notebooks. I love my bank paper. We're good. Oh man, a lot more. These are the folio ones. These are the Nib Wars 56 months. These are the folio ones. I know that because of the cover. But what paper is in these? I don't know that. Do these have notes? Yeah, I didn't think these had notes. Is this Tomoe River? Ooh. Is this Tomoe River, chat? Oh, with dots. These feel like Tomoe River. My precious. Wow. It's 2 entire Tomoe River notebooks, like 52s. I think these are 52s. Oh, that's not, yeah, CGP Gray has a great video. I might keep the dot one. We'll at least put it over there for now. Oh no, it's reticle. Reticle grid. Reticle grid, reticle grid. Doing the things that Brad never did. Yeah, we'll put them in the stash for now. Don't do that again. If you tell me not to do something, how long have you known me? Like, seriously. What do you think I'm going to do? We're going to do it again. Because look, there's another one. Okay, so that's 2 reticles and one. Okay, I'll fine. I'll keep 1 reticle maybe. Look at this. I can be bought, chat. I can be bought. Are we going to have a poll for what percentage? I've only got 2 so far. This one's giveaway for sure. We'll give away. All right. I need to manage the giveaways. All right. I've kept 2 things so far. All right. Uniball, they gave me the, oh, this is a Moo notebook. Yeah, check that out. I knew this because they do the color section inside, so there's like a section of blue paper in here. This paper is good for fountain pens. So this is a good one. That's from me being bought out by Big Pen. No relation to Big Pun. Uh-oh. Is this contraband? Oh man, I have contraband Mormons. These are so good, chat. If you need an inexpensive work notebook or school notebook that's fountain pen friendly, the Mormon Spiral Note is it. These are super, super, super good. Highly recommended. So there's a, what size is that one? It's America sized. I think these are America sized. What is that? This doesn't even fit in here. I think it's some weird America size. They did do a set of America sizes for is Brad owned by Big Pen? True. Yeah, 297 by 218. So yeah, these are giant. These are really good. Nemocene is better with the 80 GSM. What's this one? This is, I don't know what this is. 70. It's still really good. For the price, really good. Yes, and yeah. Oh, yes, derogatory. Nice. Big Pens are owned by Brad. That is true. They don't listen to me. I guess Uniball did listen to me. I mean, it didn't change. They listened. They didn't change anything, but they listened. Still price gouging the. I have 2 non-notebooks. Oh, maybe 3. Oh no, I know it. That's a notebook. Plotter gave me these last year for the St. Jude giveaway. They're the big A4 envelope holders, like pouches. Let me switch. So it's a pouch that I use like this. Like keep my stamps in. Yeah, and there's a red one and a green one. So they're really cool. So we gave, Plotter's always been a huge supporter of St. Jude. They gave me 10 of these to give away last year. And they gave me a couple extra to keep and review or do whatever I wanted with. So we'll put these in the review cabinet too. Just gonna put them off the desk. So all the Mormons go in there. And then this one, I thought maybe I'd review this one, but I didn't. This is a really sweet, it's called like the gardening set or something like that. Vegetable cultivation diary. I think Mormon made this. Yeah. So this is really cool. But I don't think I'll ever review it. Let me put these down. So it's got like a waterproof, theoretically, case because you should be using this in the garden. Oh, it's got a strap. Strapping young strap. It's got your gardening planner here, right? You can put this on your greenhouse wall. But this is what sold me, right? Because I didn't need this. But it's got a green plastic cover. And it's got a ruler that you can take out so when you can draw your beds on there. Right? You can draw your planting beds on there. And it's got a sick layout with like 2 sections. Like you have this whole top section, like this could be your layout. And then this could be like what you planted in there in the layout. And this whole thing is just sick. This is like one of the coolest notebooks ever that I never really found a use for because it's not going to be gardening. The only thing I'm curious about is what type of paper's in this. I wonder if it's like a waterproofy type paper. It feels a little bit different. I'll have to go look it up. I think I got this at Jet Pens. I don't think it exists anymore. But straight up rad notebook. But I gotta check the paper. It's the Bodoni series. Bodoni. That was an artist or something, right? So my only question would be, like, what's the paper? I don't think it's the it doesn't feel like the traditional Mormon paper. It feels maybe more waterproof. Anyway, it's completely rad. I love this. And then you have, sorry, I keep hitting the mic. And then you can have the strap. They still have it. Can you tell what kind of paper's in it? Because your link is horrible. But I mean, there was an attempt, I guess you could say. Or does it go this way? Maybe it goes this way. Yeah, I think it goes this way. Just read it and tell me if it says something about the paper. I'm curious. So anyway, we'll give this away at some point. We'll give this one away soon because it's springtime soon in the northern hemisphere. You're probably already planting, right? All right, let's see what else we got here. Oh man, my precious. This should be a Tomoe River A5 Hobonichi plain notebook. Well, grid notebook. Sick. The garden notebook is really helpful for gardening. I appreciate that, MIP enthusiast. That's a pro tip right there. That is a pro tip. Yamamoto. Ooh, this is bank paper, but not Mitsubishi bank paper. This is Takasago formulated by Taizo at Yamamoto paper. Icky bank paper. Very different bank paper. It's not your daddy's bank paper. Yeah. This is his formula made on the Mitsubishi machines. Can you explain what bank paper actually is? The name came of it because it was literally used in bank printing. Like they wanted a nice paper back in the, what is it, 60s or 50s. The Mitsubishi Corporation made this fancy, like nice paper for like all their correspondence and notes, and it just ended up being like a really quality writing paper. A lot of people don't like it because it has a slightest hint of texture on it, but it's really good for fountain pens. It's one of my favorite papers because it's a firm paper. But you could look at the history of bank paper. I'm probably not telling that exactly right, but it was literally made for banks back in Japan in like the, I want to say 50s, 60s, sometime in that time frame. This one's different. This one makes your inks look funny in a weird way. Listed as 100 GSM on top and 85 on the bottom. Okay. Paper might be somewhat hydrophobic. It feels different. It looks different. And the top page was definitely thicker. So your mileage, it might be a ballpoint pencil, alcohol marker type of notebook. So yeah, this is a great paper. It's not like Sergeant Stretch is saying. To me, it's not bank paper, even though it's like Taizo's baby. He's like so proud of this. So I believe that paper has like a firmness and a softness. Just because the way it feels and the way it sounds, you can hear what a firm page sounds like. Like this. This is like a firm sheet of paper. There's no give when your pen hits this page. And then, like, Tomoe is not a soft paper, but it's like thinner and quieter. And like you can tell, even though this is firm, I don't know. Some pages have a have almost like an airy feel. Yeah, and it's squishy. It has like a give when you write to it, and then other papers are just like completely firm, like yeah, like a normal copy paper is like a firm paper. Most papers are a firm paper. There just happens to be some in our community that have some give to them when you're writing on them, which doesn't work for like my type of handwriting. Hey, good link, Paul. Woo! Okay. So yeah, those will go in there. Construction paper soft. That's a good way to put it. It almost feels like it's a layered paper, even though it's technically not. Okay. We have a Phoebe Esmond handmade journal here. These I don't know if they're fountain pen friendly. My guest book is. But these are handmade by Phoebe. I got this at the Atlanta show last year. I don't know if she'll be there this year, but she was in Philadelphia. That's where I got this book. So this is mine. Same person made both of these. I don't know if it's the same paper, but this paper has been good with fountain pens. Like that's the Uri that I used. So I don't know if it's the same paper. If it is, that's a huge dub. It's a huge dub. But I bought this one because of the fashion cover. I like this cover a lot. This was also from the Atlanta show, Solar Day. I think they gave me this one. They were there. But I haven't used this. Oh, look at that. What is this? This must have been a sample. It says, oh, what is this? Has bad words in it. Who wrote this? Someone put a trick on me, chat. Someone took this from me, probably at the bar one night. It says, and a bunch of pages were torn out of here. It says, it's just like my mother used to tell me growing up. She'd say, son, you're not the dumbest MFer on earth, but you better hope he doesn't die. Who would do this to me, chat? Whose handwriting is this? Kimberly wasn't at that show. Lisa was at the show. I don't think Kimberly was at this one. It looks like her. It kind of looks like her. But they tore out some pages here. This is a giveaway. You just have to like bad words. So this is literally one of my friends took this while I had it at a table and did that. Friend. Aziza wasn't there. Not a lot of people go to the Atlanta Pen Show. They have to have good handwriting. All right, it's still going in the giveaway. Still giveaway. Earth needs to be capitalized. Noted. King of the pedants. All right, some smaller notebooks. Oh, Jackie was there. Did you do it? Carl was not there. All right, some small notebooks. Hey, look, Gliffy. This is a really good... no, that's not Brooks's handwriting. This is like a sketchbook Moramon paper. A6, but it doesn't... Yeah, 126 GSM. So this is like a sketchbook type paper, which now I should use it. It's got your name on it, exactly. In this brand, so this is another one of those weird Moramon sub-brands where Gliffy is this style, and then there's some different... I probably told someone, hey, go try this paper or whatever, and they just said, okay. I think there's different papers in there. I think the Croquis paper can come in the Gliffy notebook. So I think there's some different styles. This one happens to be the sketchbook one. An Eric Small Things little pocket notebook from Papier Platz. Let's see what this is. Looks gridded. Hey, Wind and Water Flow, how are you? All right, after this little batch, we'll do a giveaway, then we'll keep going. So yeah, little grid notebook. These are super cool. Have two Gliffy, neither fountain pen friendly. Are they the sketchbook paper like this one is? Cold and rainy Toronto for work, yucko. And then we have Field Notes, National Parks. So what is this? Grand Canyon, Joshua Tree, Mount Rainier. The best set of the National Park set. You just got a tornado warning. We skated last night somehow. I don't know how. So if this isn't the #1 set, I'd like to know what is. Grand Canyon, Joshua Tree, Mount Rainier. That's like S tier parks. Although I don't have the list of the other ones. Foiled Again set, which is just a really cool design and printing of this set. So they're really cool. All foil stamped notebook covers. So those are cool. All right, let's do a giveaway. My precious. I did it again. All right, so this is a Masubi. This was the folio edition with Tomoe River paper on the inside. The good stuff, I believe it's 52. It feels like it. It is super thin. This feels and looks like Tomoe 52. I had to step away. What did I do to get my comment pinned? Oh, don't give anything away. What does it say? Oh, don't give anything away right now. Oh, you're back. I didn't even see that. Okay, you're back. Okay, giveaway. Brooks is back. We can do a giveaway now. Okay. I didn't know that was the rules, but looks, I turned out to find it. Turns out, I followed the rules without knowing. All right. Masubi. Tomoe. Folio. This is probably how much is this? Like $8 grand on eBay, probably. All right, exclamation point waffle. Exclamation point waffle. Anyone can enter. Anyone can win. You don't have to be a follower, member, subscriber. I ship worldwide. You must be present to win. You got to say, hey, it's me. And then, what's my wife cooking? Then you got to email me your shipping address. Stuff like that. This is good. like high quality H2O situation. I loaded up on these and never used them. That's why they're going to y'all. All right, so let me get my next giveaway ready after this. We'll do one more giveaway after this one. Not immediately. I gotta finish. We're almost done with the book. I mean, with the bag. Book bag. Book bag. Book bag. All right, so I gotta give feedback. Can Brad cook? I mean, are you not watching me on stream? I feel like I've been cooking all day today. Like, I'm cooking. Yesterday, sheesh, I don't know what that was. Next giveaway, whatever your wife is cooking. So I'm testing out these Factor for sure. Factor doesn't make that kind of noise. Factor makes beep, beep, beep. So I'm testing out these She Designs Nepal cases. They want feedback on these, and I really got nothing to say. Because they're good. I mean, nothing bad to say, I should say. The podcast, today's podcast is in your queues. It's my talk with Dan from Enigma Stationery. We tried to figure out the severance pin. Well, mostly we talked about other people figuring out the severance pin. Talked about their stationery background and talked about running a small shop like Enigma Stationery, which is tough, and it's good stuff. So y'all go listen to that. It's in your feeds now because it's in my feed. Camera's a little wobbly today. You have this strong urge to hoard good paper more than inks and pens. You should have seen how I had to lift this bag with 2 hands. So all this stuff is given away. I've still only kept 2 things. I've only kept 2 things so far, and I think we're good. Because I have so many more notebooks. Can I get a quack, 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 quack? Toby, can you quack, quack? Toby says no, Dustin. When I start my D-stash, the notebooks will have to be the first to go. Yeah. Yeah, my notebook shelf was like a row of notebooks, a tower of notebooks on top of the row, and then a tower of notebooks in front of the row. Now it's just a row of notebooks. Most of them used. All right, I got about a minute left. Got about a minute left. Tomoe River paper. Chat. So I think tomorrow... What am I going to do tomorrow? Are we going to paint stuff? Got those ASMR nails? I know. I really should paint my nails. Daryl talked about how people shouldn't cling on to paper for ages because it will go bad because of humidity or whatever else. Yeah. I'd rather send it to y'all and let y'all hoard it instead of me. Most of the notebooks I left on the shelf were used, which is good. Some of them not always used. Secondary pens tomorrow? Maybe. I got to commit to fixing this Panac 100 situation. What color would you paint them? That's the hang up. Probably like turquoise. Something blue. Dark blue. Blue black. All right. Giveaway is closed. All right, y'all ready? Y'all ready? Ready? And the winner is... Brrr, my precious. He did it! He did it! Dutch Bill Paper Mill, let's go! This will be good fountain pen friendly paper. Yo! It happened. You definitely get a corgi with a butthole. Where are they? Oh, here we go. Got it. Got it. Bot does crimes. Bot does crimes. All right, got it. Do not accidentally send it to my house instead. See who emails me first, I guess. Just kidding. Just kidding. All right. You win, Dutch Bill. You still have to send me your shipping address. Email me, hello@pinac.com with your shipping address. All those Dutch addresses are confusing? No. Y'all's addresses are fine. It's the Brits. It's the Brits, right, Toby? Toby says it's the Brits. I know. I see you. I know. Mom's cooking. You've been out. You don't need anything. You're not getting up here. That's a fact. That is a fact. All right, Dutch Bill paper. We need a double. We need a double washer on this one. Sorry, it's a little clanky. Are you sure? Seen an OS address. Locked. That's okay. I'm mostly, yeah, it's mostly the length of the address. Yeah. And when it's like 3 different cities that you don't know what's a street, what's a city, it's like Isle of Dog, Curd of Cheese, Fox Run, Liverpool. It's like, the hell is this? Dumbasses. All right, Dutch Bill paper. Oh yeah, Toby's not leaving. He's just mad now. You mad, bro? He's just sitting under my chair. Spicy miso. I think I'm doing pretty good today. Probably much better than yesterday, although it's questionable. Questionable. We're giving stuff away today. I know. I've been fiery, Brooks, recently. Like at home. I think it's just rolling over. Will Capo, thank you for the follow. All right. We got more Marmon notebooks. We have the Midori MD letter pad. I did review this, but this is just the top bound pad. I've stolen maybe like 2 or 3 sheets off. This is a really good pad. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Glyph. Yeah, I wonder what it is, Brooks. Why are we that way? Even my wife's like, wow. I'm like, yeah, I'm just on one. All right, what else we got? All right, we got more Midoris. We got baby Midoris, A7s. What do you think of Marmon? I think it's fantastic. One of the best. We got the artist cover, Mateus Urbanowitz cover that I thought I would keep and use, but I did keep it, but I've never used it. This was like a limited edition they did for their 15th anniversary. Yeah, I don't even know what he's borking about. So this has that kind of like printed cover. That's just stuff on the bag there. We have Sakura sketch notebooks. I picked these up at the London Graphic Center. Thank you, Dutch Bill. You gave me that A7 Midori? Nice. It is now being regifted. Is that okay? I'm a regifter sometimes. I guess it's spent enough time. And now it goes to regifted. Sketch notebook. This is 80 sheets. Oh, 140 GSM. Oh, this is the black paper one. Sick. Should I give that away, chat? Would y'all use this? That's kind of sick. God, now that's a Beastie song that I have not heard in a long time. And then this one is 80 sheets, 140 GSM. So this is, yeah, I think some people would. Yeah, if you have enough white markers or bright pencils or something like that. I mean, it's going in the stash. But we'll make a clear, yeah, Diatremendous document white. So there's a couple like, I want to buy like that dominant white ink to like use dip pens with or something like that. All right, we're getting down to the wire. This is it. We made it to the bottom here. What is this? Pad and post. Oh, this is from one of Brian's Kickstarters, where for the refrigerator magnet pad, and you stuck it up on there, and you had a post. You had the post went through a magnet. I mean, the magnet post went through the pad on the fridge, and then the pin stuck on this side of the. Where's the pin? I don't know. Ayush paper. This is Indian brand. Oh, that's a good grid. Fountain pen friendly, small notepad. These have made the rounds a little bit. And then a little thin Italian notebook I got at Choose and Keeping. You need that pad? The one in my fridge ran out. That is literally what this was designed for. So this is a little Italian ledger book type of thing that I got at Choose and Keeping. And it's just really beautiful. I don't know. I just love this design. It's very thin, very small, but it's got tons of pages. I don't know if it's fountain pen friendly or not, but we'll see. We'll see. Maybe that should go in this last giveaway. All right, we did it, chat. We did it. I only kept 2 things. Do you like the grid to go to the edge or cut off early? I'd prefer go to the edge. Like that one, this one, I would get over. I would actually get over this one. This one doesn't bother me much. But like some of the larger pages that do would bother me more than this. Like if I had a bigger page, for some reason it bothers me more than this page. I would prefer they go to the edge. Have you read The Notebook? No. Like the movie The Notebook? Or like The Notebook, like Roland, that I've got sit in my hat. Oh yeah, this one. This one's just sitting here. I haven't read it yet. I've been lazy. I haven't been reading anything. That one. It takes me a minute when people say The Notebook. I was like, it seriously took me a minute. Include a signed pickleball photo. Y'all are out of hand with the signed pictures. Look what you did, Spicy Miso. Look what you did. All right. We did it. We now have a tower of notebooks going in the closet of the doom. So let me put this away. Let's see if we can make some space here. I think we need to redo this. We'll hold off on that. We need to redo it. Goofball Guinness, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. Twitch Chat Book Club. Good morning, MPO. Yeah, I need to read it. I mean, I bought it to read it. I've not been reading at all recently. I've been watching YouTube instead of reading, which is bad. Book club would actually be fun. Anna does one. The only, I would love to do book club. My problem is always like scheduling type of stuff. Like that's my biggest challenge in anything I do is all the scheduling stuff. So yeah, this is number 1 on the list. Actually, I just bought 2 other books like that are going to go behind this one, but I wanted to go ahead and have them. But I get into books heavily. And then I stop for a little bit and watch videos, listen to music, play games. Then I'll get back into like book after book after book. So have you watched Heartstoppers on Netflix? I have not. I'm not. So I got that. And these are all like easy reading type of books. I got Brian Eno's Diary. And then I got Chronicles of Doom, which is a new Doom book. Oh, Anna's doing the Notebook right now. Yeah, Roland Allen was on Erasables for sure. So these are my books to read. But this one's good. I got to read this one first. These just came in. So that's that's the plan of attack. Again, once I start, it's like go time. Like I shredded when Sir Cobalt sent me Red Rising. Once I started, I just like tear through books. But sometimes I have like trouble getting started sometimes. But that needs to happen ASAP. Okay. Doom. I like mostly like nonfiction type stuff, but that Red Rising was really good. Writers in the Notebooks by Rob. Ebook is on sale. What is that? Oh, cool. All right, I'm going to leave that up. I'll take a look at that. All right, let's do our last giveaway for today, and then I'm going to update my music notebook, and then we'll call it a day. Do you have half-size reading glasses? No, I wear progressive lenses, so I'm perpetually half-size reading. So yeah, I wear progressive lenses as a default. You wear conservative lenses? Not in this country. Mine are more liberal. I get you though. I should say I wear progressive lenses. That could be a little harsh. We should rename them. Do you listen to the rapper Dax at all? I have not. I just hold the book close enough to my face. My nose almost touches the page. Yeah. I'll do that at night sometimes. Like I won't put my glasses on. Like if I'm tired and I'm like, I can't sleep. I was like, oh, well, I'll read a little bit, but like this. Yeah. All right, we've lost the plot. I'm going to do a giveaway. So we're going to do a combo pack giveaway here. So we're going to do the e-sleek paper, and we're going to do the foiled printed field notes, and then we're going to do the Italian English notebook. All right. So we're going to do a combo pack. Combo package. Awesome paper kit. Awesome paper kit. All right, exclamation point waffle, exclamation point waffle. Anyone can enter, anyone can win. You don't have to be a follower, member, subscriber. You don't have to live in the United States. I ship worldwide. You must be present to win. Got to say, hey, it's me. And you must email me your shipping address because that's how I know how to send this to you. So I have stolen some pages out of the e-sleek. It's in my my paper testing notebook. So it's not fully brand new, but it's a fun paper. It's worth using. Even if I only sent you a few sheets, it would still be fun to use because it's such a different paper. Such a different paper. Yeah, this is a cool random set of fun. Cozy Crunchyroll, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. Appreciate you being here. I need to review this Kaweco. I keep putting it off. The Piston Sport. I think that's what I'm going to use for my music updates today. We'll do that. What's the best brought bribe today? I don't know. What size nib do you have in that? Extra fine. Let me confirm. Feels like an extra fine. Yep. Extra fine. I'll show you in a second once I get my desk cleared. I'm going to write on a book. Diamond Jack, Frost Not Long Ago, such a lovely blue. It's not boring, but disappointing shimmers are blue on blue. Yeah, sometimes they do that. They got to do something different, right? This is a really good nib. I never have problems with Kaweco nibs because I use the Like me and Aziza were talking about, I always use the extra fines. All right. Y'all got about a minute left. Got a minute. Got an M in mind, but that was a plan to get it drowned into reverse architect. Heck yeah. The smaller the pin, the finer the nib. I mean, I generally like fine nibs anyway, but especially in smaller pins, I do like finer nibs. Banana. EF needlepoint on the front. Woof. That'll be fun. That'll be wicked. Do you have more than one Kaweco Sport that you'll move it around to, or is that like the only one you have? I'm just curious, because like I have lots of sports. If I had that nib, I would move it around. Saw Fibro Kaweco Super yesterday, and it blew my mind that it's an extendable lily put. It's a wild pin. It's a wild pin. Gravitas has massive nibs on pocket pins. Yeah, I think my Skogsy has a 6. And then the Gravitas has that long, pointy one. I need to ink up my Skogsy. Baby. Hot take, I don't like Kawecos. I don't think that's a hot take at all. I think they're definitely, like, not for everybody. For sure. I think that's an easy one. Like, it's absolutely not for everybody. What about a large one? Even just the small ones or even the large ones? Which I get the large ones too, because they're not like, they're more basic, classic looking. Kaweco Art Sports are fun. I do like those a lot. That's your first sport? Gotcha. 3 Kawecos, fine, medium, and broad, and looked out on the nibs. I haven't heard many nib issues recently, but who knows? I mean, you just never know. All right. Giveaway's closed in a few seconds. Last call for waffles. Exclamation point waffle. Kaweco nib hasn't been the best experience. What size? It's anecdotal, but I tend to find the mediums and broads to be the worst. Fine, yeah. All right. Closed. Broad always startles me because it's my only B. I have a broad, or the one gold nib I have is a broad or a double broad, but I got it ground into a stub, so I haven't had a problem with it. All right, let's pick a winner. We ready? We ready? Hey, Reed Whistles, good morning. December. You're a winner. December. Is that a first-time winner? That's got to be a first-time winner. Are you a first-time winner, December? I like saying that. Congratulations. Yay. What? Yeah, you win all these fun papers. Email me, hello@penaddict.com, and I will ship this to you maybe tomorrow. Shipping stream tomorrow, chat? Who says no? Probably all of y'all. Congratulations, December. Great. Now I'm singing July by the Decemberists, so thanks for that. You're very welcome. All right, let's see here. Where is this going to stick the best? So yeah, email me, hello@penaddict.com. We'll ship this out tomorrow. I don't think I'm shipping today. TBD. Don't get surprised if I use my IRL school mail. Yeah, no biggie. People who use like their normies mail, their Audi's mail, usually just tell me their Twitch handle so I can like line things up, and I'm not surprised. Not surprised. All right. Let me... Aren't we all? Your notebook obsessed? Well, you got some really interesting notebooks here with this one for sure. I mean, field notes are like They're not basic at all, but like the covers are rad. The other stuff is like really, really weird. Me wanting a signed photo in a frame should, yeah, right. Like that one's pretty clear. Jason Orr, 25 months of subbing. There's me who doesn't even remember the Twitch handle or the item of the right email. That's all right, Prociana, and I don't remember the WOPEX, so I feel like we're even. Pinatic, I've got something headed your way as soon as I get my stuff together. I got another postcard from you. Did that count? Loved it, of course. All right, so one of my little projects I'm doing is anytime I listen to an album, a full album from beginning to end, pretty much usually in one sitting. I very rarely, sometimes I'll separate them, but not really. I log it in my guest book. So this is a guest book. I had to buy this at the Philadelphia Pen Show because it's beautiful. But it's a guest book. It's like literally a guest book. And I was like, well, I don't need a guest book. What can I use it for? So we talked about ink samples and pen logs, but I really did not want to do that because I have other ways to do that. So I decided to do my album review, my album listening list, and I have my own little rating system. It's 1, 2, or 3 stars is my rating system. 3 stars is a on repeat, like just anytime, anywhere. 3 stars is always, just click and go. 2 stars is you have to be in the right mood for that. Like it's a good album, but you kind of got to be in the mood for it. Fits the right situation. And then 1 star is 1 listen was enough. Like it doesn't necessarily mean it's bad. Some of it could be bad. Like some 1 stars are like, this is horrible. And some 1 stars are like, that was fine. I will literally never listen to this again. So that's my ranking. I keep it simple. How do you feel about the death grips? I've never heard of them. Is that music? So yeah, I try to keep my rating simple, and I do it in an app. So I keep track of my listening in an app called Music Box. Do you ever bail on listening to a new album? Yes, and if I bail, like if I full bail, I won't log it at all. Like it's just a 0, and it's like I'm not gonna spend my time dealing with that, Like a hip hop sort of thing just came across them. What was it called? Death Grips. I'll have to look. So I use Apple Music, and then I use an app called Music Box that has in here like the things that I've played recently. So I can go, so like my played list, like these should all be things in here. So like anything that's mid-move to played has been logged to here in the book. Like these last ones are all right here in the book. And then I go to new. That just means they're in the queue to play later, or I've listened to them, but I haven't logged them yet. So that's what I'm going to log these with them today. Does it sync with Spotify? This app, Music Box? Yes. So you can tell, I've used this a lot. I have 437. I've had 350 that I've marked as played in here. If you don't track the zeros, how do you know if you're not to add it back in the queue? It happens sometimes. It does happen sometimes, but pretty rarely. There's no it doesn't do suggestions. This is just like I go over here. So you said death grips. So what I'll do is I'll go over here. Death grips. All right. What album did you say? Artificial Death in the West. That's not in here. Do I have the right death grips? Oh, it's a track. It's a track. Well, what album is it on? Their song titles are hilarious. Album is No Love, Deep Web. Okay, so that's this album, right? So like in Apple Music or Spotify, Idols is awesome. Idols rules. That's probably like a penis, but I don't know. So you just hit share, and then Music Box is in your share sheets. I saw the headline Rewizzles, but I haven't listened to it yet. So I'll just hit add to Music Box. It opens up Music Box and it puts it in my list. So now it's in my well, I don't know, did I hit it twice or something? So it actually put it in here twice. So now it's in my new queue. So like this new queue, that's now in here. So whenever I'm looking for something to listen to, I'll just go in here, whatever mood I'm in. Mostly it's been like rap recently, as you can tell by most of the stuff up here, and then pick it out. So the only thing I don't have like completely locked down is the date. So I just the date is just kind of whatever. It's a lot of times it's the date I added it into Music Box, but it may not be the date that I listened to it. See if Dax is on there. Yeah. Is there an album? Oh, well, this one's pretty new from 2024. So we'll just take this, share, and it goes in a Music Box. Done. Like, that's done. That's now in there too, right? I'll probably gonna have to listen to this early because that image is something. All right. So then what I'll do is, so I've listened up to here. So we'll just kind of, sometimes I'll make little comments on them, sometimes I won't. So a lot of times I'll just follow kind of like the date order. I'm not too particular on the date. And then I'll write the album name and the artist. And this is Aesop Rock. And then I'll write the year the album came out because it has all that information in here. So this was released in 2023. So I just kind of like to know that to see if I'm listening, 2003, to see if I'm listening to more like recent music, like 2024, 2025, or like older stuff that I tend to gravitate to older stuff of people I know. And then like, this is like a two-star album. And it's just like classic solid Aesop Rock. Like, there's really, like, you can just put it on whenever if you're feeling in the mood for this. And then I'll go Marcus played here. I'll put a rating in here. So I don't have this adjusted for my ratings. Since I only give 3 ratings, 1, 2, or 3, I use 5, 3, and 1 for my ratings. That way I know what I'm doing. And then I'll hit Marcus played, and it moves it out of my new queue. Best favorite Girl Scout cookie, it's Thin Mints. And I'm glad that this notebook is fountain pen friendly. That was a bonus. This was 2024. Also a 2. And I really like Carly Castro's flow. So Marcus play. Oh, rating 3. This one I did not like. Disappointed in Thin Mint Frosty. That seems like I can't do that much. That seems like too sweet for me. Like, I love my sweets and sugar, but I can't do like heavy duty stuff. And I would probably not choose that, even though I love all those flavors, because I think it would just be a lot for me. So I'm doing this, 1, because I needed to catch up on it, and 2, We just went through all these notebooks and like just do random stuff in your notebooks as a way to use things. I would rather have just a bunch of random stuff in a notebook than an empty notebook. All right, so this was a 1 star. I did not like this one as much. Like, I'm good never hearing that again. We have this one. This is like if you know anything, if you're a certain age or know a lot about certain types of underground rap, this album changed the course of history. So when was this original release? Let's see. I need to find the original release date for this because it was like in the 90s. Sometimes I will do that, like if there's a deluxe or redone edition, I'll listen to it. But I want the original date. The album is called Black Bastards by KMD. It's a good album. It's only a 2-star album, but this is how basically MF Doom came to be. Because they wouldn't release this album at the time. Because it was very aggressive. So it's supposed to come out in 1994, but it did not. And then that's when Doom decided KMD was no more and became Doom. So there's a whole story behind this entire album. But like their first album's better for me. I also grew up with it. Like it's one of my favorites. Which I guess it was the first album called Who Me. Mr. Hood. Rip. Where are we at? Automod doesn't like your album title? Yeah. I mean, sorry, Automod. That's art for you. Art be that way sometimes. Mike Ono Solo, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. We're just wrapping up the stream here with a little bit of a catching up of my album tracking. So this was... And I'll put EPs in here, but I won't put singles in here. Like if a new single comes out, I'll listen to the single, but I'm not tracking the singles. But EPs I will put out. Ink a Stormy Pen, that's a good call. Hopefully you're safe. Like we had some, the nasty stuff went through. I guess the coast is getting it now. And maybe next page I'll change pens. I only got a couple more to go. And I will change ratings. Sometimes I'll give albums another listen later, even after I've rated them, just because they might continue to come up in like things that I'm following, and I was like, oh, maybe I'll give that another chance, and I'll change the rating if I need to. And I try not to give out too many 3 stars. The 3 stars got to be like super bangers. We'll have to see how many 3 stars I have in here. I haven't tracked too many albums. Ever listened to Ben Kinney, former bassist of Incubus? I haven't. Powerful Butt Cheeks. I can get behind that. This album's called It's Only a Midlife Crisis If Your Life is Mid. And this was just an instrumental beats album, and it wasn't that good. I like some of Blockhead's beats albums. I didn't really care for this one. Okay, let's see. That was one. Must have taken all 10 seconds to come up with that. Truth. Kind of like Pink Bastards. Behind the Butt Cheeks. What did I miss? Can you fully disassemble a Prefonte? I have no idea, but I would assume so. And then I got a couple down here that I've listened to that I haven't cleared off the list yet. All right, switch. Oh, Tuzu. All right, a couple more. So this is... This also, I try to do this, 1, to listen to more new music, and 2, to get out of my... Oh, okay. Rip. Oh, we have a visitor. Toby's going to be borking here in a second. I'm glad we're almost done. Toby's getting ready to lose his mind. So, sorry. 2 more to go here. We might just have to stop. Hey, Toby. Hush. We're getting someone to look at part of our... front porch that's like kind of rotting. Apologies for the borking. Toby is not a fan of people, if you didn't realize this. Which is unfortunate because he's cute and could get pets. But he is not happy. This was 1. You okay over there? All right. 1 more. I know this is thrilling for y'all, but it actually helps me. It helps me do stuffs. I really enjoyed this Tuzu nib. And that was a fun review. I don't know if Toga's here today. But he did a great job in helping me explain the Tuzu. For someone who has like a non-traditional grip, I thought it was important to get that into the review. I don't think I need more than one Tuzu though. I'd almost wish they'd make a less expensive version. Oh, I forgot the date on the last one. All right, so that's good. So now when I forget the date, I can go back in the played list and hit the album and get the date. So yeah, I like this little music box app. It's been really good for me to keep track of all this stuff. Okay. Hey, Toby, come here. Come here. Oh, you want to come up here on the desk? That'll probably go bad. He'll just jump off. Come here. Come here. Come see me. Come here. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Sorry, chat. That was it's a lot of borking to end this stream on. That's a lot of the borkings. It's a lot of the borkings, chat. Trying to find someone to raid, and you're confusing me. You're hurting my brain. Who should we raid today, chat? In my follows, I have Eric, who we just raided. We have Moko Made, of course, who jams. Do we have anyone else? Do we need to look at random stuff and see what we got here? He has a big bark for a little dog. And I'm sorry about your pup, Addie. I know that stinks. I can't even imagine. God, you're really bothering me. Okay, I can't think. Is Corolla streaming? Not right now, but maybe later. Usually does an afternoon stream. All right, we're gonna bail on this. I can't think straight. Seriously, like. Thanks for hanging out. We'll be back tomorrow, 10 a.m. I need to check the status. We might actually do a shipping stream tomorrow, depending on what work I have to do. So, Corolla just started. Then let me hit refresh, and we can go hang with from Corolla. Yes, there we go. Okay, thank you. Thank you. So yeah, y'all go hang out over there. Corolla's a great hang, good chill stream. Been going long streams too, which I like. It's always a good co-working space to be able to hang. So let's go over there. And I'm going to raid and run because my head's going to explode. Well, there we go. All right. Yeah, good timing. They're getting ready to start, so perfecto. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see. Tomorrow we either do painting or we'll do shipping. I don't know. I got a lot of work to do, so we'll see. It might be a shipping stream tomorrow. We'll see. All right. Love you guys. Bye.